What's up, penny pinchers? It is Tuesday, and I am up and at 'em, headed to take care of a bill for my husband. So I need to go get this done before I go to work. It is so important as a wife to be a true example of a helpmate. Sometimes our men, they're not as good in certain areas that we are good in. So, if you see that your husband is struggling and making sure that things get taken care of, you just go ahead and step up and take care of those things for him. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I know my husband, he doesn't have a lot of flexibility in his schedule, and I do. So I'm going to go ahead and run by and pay this bill. I know everybody's like, well, why don't you just pay it online or pay it over the phone? I pay some things online. If I can pay something online, I will pay it online because I can print out a confirmation. But if it's something that I got to pay by phone, there are two reasons why I do not pay bills by phone. One reason is that I don't know that person on the other end of the phone. I know you work there, but look at how many high-level executives are now white-collar criminals. So I do not trust these people with my debit card information. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to give it to you. So that's one reason why I do not do payments over the phone with a person. The other issue is that I am hardcore into having a paper trail. And sorry if you hear my navigation in the background, but I do not know where I'm going, so I had to put it in this morning. But it's just about having a paper trail, knowing, because you never know. I've had a situation when I had paid out some debt a long time ago. Somebody called me back and they were like, hey, you owe us X amount of dollars. And I was like, look, I don't owe y'all nothing. I paid this because I ended up settling the bill. I can't remember if it got, I don't know if, because, sometimes you can have a bill go into collection, and that thing could get sent to, 3 different debt collection agencies. So I don't know if that is what the situation was. I don't know what it was, but somebody called me trying to get me to pay a bill again. I'm like, boo-boo, I've already paid that. I ain't giving you no more of my money. Sorry. So just keep that in mind whenever you are taking care of your own personal bills or your spouse's bills. And another thing, as a wife, if you are noticing that your husband if he's leaving his mail unopened on the counter, be a helpmate again. Go ahead and open up that mail. Hopefully he does not get offended by it, but you never know. It might even be a check in the envelope. He doesn't know what it is. So if you see that your husband's the type of person that does not like to open his mail, go ahead and open it up for him. Get that business taken care of. Because, sometimes the hardest thing in a relationship is to get to a place where you have to understand that when it comes from a financial aspect, we must work together to get where we need to be financially. And, and that can cause a lot of issues. But, you work with that person. Don't try and pressure them into doing it, but just reassure them that you're here to help them. And like I said, that's just by doing small things like what I'm doing this morning. I knew that my husband needed to get one of his medical bills taken care of, so I decided to go ahead and get that bill paid this morning. And that's just letting him know that I care about not only my financial future, but his as well. Because when you're a unit, when you're working together as husband and wife, whatever screws up on his credit, it can impact you later on down the road. Because, for instance, if you need to get a loan, and let's say that your income is not high enough, and you need your husband's income as well on there, then, if they pull his credit and it's all screwed up, that can either ruin your chances of getting the loan, or it can also make the interest rate a little bit higher on the loan. So just keep that in mind. I am about to, I think I found the location. I hope I have. So I'm about to head into this place and take care of this bill, and I'll try and check back in with y'all in just a second. Alright, so let me tell you about my embarrassing moment I just had. I put the name of the place in my GPS, and it did not come up with the exact name. So I called a number that was, connected to that address, and I was telling them what the situation was, and sorry I'm looking down, but I'm trying to find the directions to this other place. But anyway, so I put the address in. It popped up with the name. It wasn't the correct name. So I called the number. I talked to the people. They said, yes, we acquired some locations, you know, where you are. So I was like, okay. So I'm thinking I'm going to the right place. I drive on over here. Get here, it's the complete wrong place. Once I get inside, they, you know, my husband was not one of their patients. So it's so funny. When they sent me this bill, they didn't include the complete name, and that is why it was not coming up when I searched it. So I hope that I found the right place this time. I'm putting it in my GPS. I am so sorry that I've been struggling all day today. I think one time I got cut off because my battery was dying on my camera, so then I switched to my phone, and then my phone, something was up with the storage, so it wouldn't let me film anything. Like as soon as I started talking, then it cut out. So to backtrack my day, I'm on my way home from work now. When I think the last time I said something, I was on my way to take care of a bill for my husband, and when I got to the place, I was at the wrong place. So I ended up having to go somewhere that was way closer to my house, which I was kind of irritated by then. Because the name, it was crazy because the name on the bill was one thing, but then the name of the place was something completely different. Kind of confusing. But anyway, I made it there, so that's the main thing. And let me apologize if I look gray or just, I guess, look a little blurry, because it is getting dark outside. I'm filming on my phone. Like I said, my battery on my camera is dead. I didn't have my charger in my office, so hopefully you can see me a little bit. But yeah, so that was part of my event for the day. So after I dropped that payment off, I came on to work, and then as I got close to my job, like I kept hearing like a weird noise. It sounded like my whole tire was about to fall off. So I pulled my car over, and I was like, well, maybe I got a flat tire, but it wasn't driving, like it wasn't pulling me or anything like that. It just was making a lot of noise. So I got out, looked at all my tires, and lo and behold, I had a nail in my tire. So I got to my office, I let my boss know what was going on and told her that I wanted to cut off again. So I might get cut off again. But anyway, what I was saying was that I got back to my office, and I got to my office and I let my boss know that what was going on with my tire, and that I wanted to go ahead and get the tire plugged, because I knew I could get it plugged because it was in like the middle of the tire, not on the side where the nail was. So because I didn't want like the freaking tire to get flat, like that'll be a whole nother issue. So I went ahead and took my car to this place, and the good thing about this place is they do not charge you to plug your tire. Like, that is a blessing, because a lot of places will charge you like $15 or more to plug a tire. So I tipped the man, like I gave him a $10 tip or whatever, just, you know, because it could have been worse than that. But he ended up not even having to plug my tire. All he did was he took the nail out my tire and he sprayed some kind of solution on it to see if it would bubble up, and it did not bubble up. And when I was walking out of my office, I was praying just now that my tire would not be flat, and it was not. So he said it did not go, like the nail did not go through the tire, which makes no sense to me. How could the nail be in the tire but not go through the tire, but it was stuck in the tire? Maybe I'm a little different, and I just, you know, I'm a little ditzy at times, so maybe that's my beat. But I was just glad that I did not have to buy a tire. You know, I'm always talking about having an emergency fund and saving for those unexpected expenses. And you definitely have to do that, because, I mean, that could have been $80 or more I would have had to spend on a tire today. So I'm so thankful that I didn't have to spend that kind of money. And hopefully that $10 blessed that young man that I gave it to. But anywho's, I'm headed home to see my crew.